you today about Angel Reese and the impact that she's been having on so many different levels from a cultural perspective. I found it quite interesting that nobody's really talking about could she be the next female version of LeBron James? Could she be the next female version of Michael Jordan? I'm not much of a big basketball technical person, but I put together some stats just to talk about that. I'm not going to be talking about net worth or income compared to the age that she was at and MJ and LeBron James were at, but let's just do a deep review here. So, Michael Jordan in the NCAA, his stats were 17.7 for points per game, uh, 5.0 for rebounds per game, and 1.8 on average for assists per game. LeBron James, as many of you basketball fans know, he was drafted out of high school. So at that time, he had about 25.2 points per game, 7.9 rebounds per game, and 5 assists per game, according to sportingnews.com. And the stats for Michael Jordan were from basketball-reference.com. Now, Angel Reese, she's 20 years old. And as you know, she's a part of the LSU Tigers. Uh, I've watched many of her interviews, and she kind of has a standpoint where she's built her brand and she has a pretty lucrative career, which is really unmatched to the average WNBA player. So it sounds right now where she's comfortable where she's at. Obviously, she's a student, so she's going to take advantage of that time. But when she graduates, maybe she might have a different perspective, or maybe something else might come for her. But her stats are 23.5 points per game, 14.3 rebounds per game, and 3.2 assists. So she is really, really great at what she does if you can make the comparisons. And again, these comparisons are not based on age, but based on Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Angel Reese. Well, I'd say for MJ and LJ. Um, yeah, I would say for them before actually getting into professional NBA. Obviously, there's a WNBA, but we know that Angel Reese is not interested in that as of yet. So I want to talk to you about some of the things that I notice about this woman. I think that she is extremely powerful. She has a much more brighter career other than the brand deals that she's doing and her LSU Tigers career as a player. I think that she has a very bright future, but let's get into some aspects here of what I'm noticing from a personal branding career perspective. So she stands for something. And whew, in the 90s, when Michael Jordan was doing his thing, I do believe that he spoke out about certain things, but that was in a different time. Um, Believe it or not, all my basketball fans watching here on the line, when Allen Iverson wore his, I wouldn't say dreadlocks, when he wore his cornrows, that was a big deal for the NBA. They labeled him as a thug. Most of the NBA players would cut their hair really, really short or kind of like quick to bald, like Michael Jordan. But to wear cornrows and stuff like that, that was a statement. So she kind of reminds me a little bit of Allen Iverson, very fiery and very focused on creating a statement and being herself, being true to her culture and her roots. Now, I'm not going to say that LeBron James doesn't necessarily get into that, but he tries to stay away from certain controversial topics. And I have a very clear understanding of why he has a lot on the line, other than being a family man and having children, 2 sons and a beautiful daughter. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if he has more children, but he's also kind of like associated with some of the elites. If I can recall, he said that Warren Buffett counsels him with his finances. And so there's only so much that someone like LeBron James can talk about and speak out on. Now, I'm not saying that LeBron James is passive aggressive. He does speak on a lot of things, but there's certain things that you're just not going to get out of someone as huge as LeBron. And remember, for all my NBA fans out there, LeBron's net worth is higher than I think, not to date, but He's done a lot more than Michael Jordan, and back then in the 90s and stuff like that. Yeah, there was not social media, so it was probably a little bit more strategic for MJ. But as far as Angel Reese is concerned, she stands for something. I was really, really surprised to see that she was speaking about the First Lady in the Biden administration and saying that her and the team might not go to the White House with that invitation. Because, as you're probably aware of the news, um, Mrs. Biden, or the First Lady of the United States of America, had stated that they wanted Caitlin's team and then the LSU Tigers to come, but generally the winners are the ones that end up in the White House. So there was some kind of like issues with that from Angel and many other people on her team, and she publicly tweeted and spoke in different interviews that they were not going to go. I do believe she changed her mind. Why that happened, we'll never know unless she has or will speak on it. But she stands for something. I appreciate the fact, too, that she talks a lot about wanting little girls that look like her to see her. I like the fact that she has spoken out on some of the stereotypical things that people have said about her and her behavior on the court, and her not trying to refine herself. Now, in the 90s, Michael Jordan, I'm not sure if he refined himself or how he was before he became an NBA player, but I'm pretty confident that there were probably certain aspects of his personality or certain views and standpoints that he couldn't really speak on during a time, again, where there was no social media, there were no activist things against certain issues within social societies, within racial societies. And Michael Jordan had to kind of play the game. And I'm not saying he didn't speak for things, but we can see that in advancement with time, advancement of society, players like Angel Reese can really speak up on things and change their mind, later on, but really speak up for different societal things, image, her brand, what people are expecting of her, etc. Now, according to sports, on three sports, they said that her net worth is about $1 million. I recently watched an interview with her. She didn't really disclose it in the chat because there are different sources online saying different things. Um, and I think that one of the reasons why she's so influential and she has different brand deals with really big name fast food companies, TurboTax, I think, is one of them, etc., is she is kind of the face of Gen Z, for example, the next generation, where she stands for something. She's passionate not just about sports, but she's passionate about how she comes across. She's conscious and fully aware that there are young women that look like her, and just women in general that look like her. And that also plays a part to the entertainment aspect that I do believe all three definitely own. Michael Jordan was definitely entertaining. I mean, the way that he would just kind of end up doing 3-point shots and end up kind of finessing his way through to the hoops, as well as LeBron James is very, very much like an art. And I do believe that Angel Reese has her own signature, her own personality. I really like some of the things that she did, like putting on her little crown and kind of like pointing to the ring finger that she was going to get the ring. Her and her team were going to get the championship. And people are saying John Cena did this, but it was actually rapper Tony Ayo from G Unit. And so all three of them share the same entertaining aspect of not just playing the game, but showing bravado, showing confidence, showing strength, and basically saying things before they happen, doing things on the court that I'm going to win this, we're going to win this, and this is it. We're playing professionally, but at the same time, I'm going to be a little bit of a showboat here and let you know that I'm coming for the championship, me and my whole team. The other advantage that I think that she has compared to back in the day, like Michael Jordan, obviously LeBron James, he played during the social media era. But one of the advantages that Angel Reese has from a social media perspective is being able to have her own TikTok account. She did say in a recent interview that somebody manages what she's about to post, obviously to make sure that she doesn't, post something that could go against the brand and the brand guidelines with the deals that she has among, LSU Tigers, etc. But she has an advantage because she can literally hire a photographer to do her social media and film her and get some of the most amazing clips that really make her look beautiful but strong, elegant but sassy, and just really show her personality. She does do a lot of behind the scenes on her Instagram and on TikTok. It seems like her theme is really, in the locker room, on the court, and stuff like that. And she's very, very blessed, I would say, compared to Michael Jordan, because she can literally film moments of herself real time. Some of the media can take some of those clips from her page and repost it. And there's just a lot that she can really do. She can even start vlogging, among other things, and really build a name outside of her brand deals and the LSU Tigers for her career. Um, Other things that I really think that she's got going on is she is humble, even though she does have a lot of bravado, much like Michael Jordan did, LeBron James did. She is humble in interviews, and she's very compassionate about every aspect of her reputation and how, not necessarily how people are perceiving her, but I think with her, she just reminds me a lot of just what Gen Z want: ethics, morals, do the right thing. And she knows how to unapologetically be herself. I believe that Michael Jordan had a lot of that unapologetic, but he was very professional, you see. And I don't know, like it's hard to say because I don't think I've ever seen personally, not that I have been searching for it, but I haven't really seen Michael Jordan before he became an NCAA player and an NBA player. Maybe he had an etiquette coach or a coach that really helped him kind of like refine his vocabulary and his image when he was on the court. So I would say that Michael Jordan was really, really refined and professional in his communications. Now, LeBron James, he can get really, sassy on the court too. I personally watched him play against the uh, Toronto Raptors a while back, and but he's also very professional too, but still has a really, raspy side to him when he's really conscious about wanting to win a game, uh, giving inspiration and motivation to his team, much like Angel Reese. And we're in a world now where women are really, really taking on some of the like the tiara, kind of like what she was wearing, and really moving forward in spaces that we never have before. Not that this has anything to do with basketball, but we've seen a lot of CEOs, female CEOs, really do great things in tech, and women really kind of like take on the torch of things that they weren't able to do 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. And the reason why I wanted to do this live stream is because Angel Reese is a powerhouse. Like, forget about the brand deals, her alleged net worth, her persona on the court and off the court. This woman is very, very self aware. She's only 20 years old. I think May the 6th is her birthday, so she's turning 21 soon. But she's self aware. She knows who she is. She knows what she wants. She's not afraid to articulate that. She's very conscious about, she might be media trained or not, but in interviews, sometimes people were asking her certain things that other people would answer out of not knowing or just wanting to give a lot. But she gives a lot, but she only gives so much. And she keeps certain things to herself. Like I could be wrong, but the last interview that I saw her in, which was a few days ago, she didn't really want to determine her net worth and kind of left it up to the interviewers that were asking her questions to kind of, figure it out themselves or imagine. And even though she was born and raised with a single mother, and then kind of dealing with that, she probably had a lot of people in the family and people in her community who were really supportive. She seems very, very grounded and centered for somebody who was kind of raised with one single parent, although that can be really difficult. We have no idea if she's got therapists or, you know, certain coaches that are there to help her deal with stuff from her past. Um, and I think it's interesting too because somebody was asking her in the interview that I watched if she has a boyfriend, and it seems like she's really, really just focused on her career. I think that she has a chance to be bigger than Michael Jordan, bigger than LeBron James. And I'm not talking about net worth and brand deals. I'm talking about an overall impact on society, an overall impact on the African American community. I think that as she gets older and has a little bit more freedom to say certain things and do certain things and align herself with opposing brands than the deals that she has now, Angel Reese is probably going to end up a mayor or end up a business mogul, maybe leave basketball later on in her career and really do something that we've never seen a woman in NCAA or WNBA do. Now, there's a lot of different athletes like I forgot her name, Leslie Jones, and some of the ones that really stand out, you know, Serena Williams, she's not an NBA, but she is a tennis player. But I think Angel Reese, there's something about her that's going to be big, like on some Rihanna big. Like I think she's got the projection to become a billionaire. And obviously, with social media and everything, she's born in a time that Michael Jordan wasn't born in. But I think there's something to this woman right here because I'll just do a recap. She stands for something. She's very, very adamant about saying that she knows young girls are looking at her and she doesn't fit the, you know, ladylike feminine mode sometimes. And she's not backing down on trying to be eloquent and kind of like professional and very prim and proper like Michael Jordan. No disrespect to MJ, but, you know, I do remember seeing clips of him being interviewed. He's very, very professional, very, very, you know, concerned about how he comes across. But I think that there's something to Angel Reese, and I'm looking forward to seeing her career blossom outside of basketball. I can even see her opening like a basketball like academy or something like that, and really doing something interesting in different cities, maybe starting her own franchise. We have no idea where her career is going to go, but I just wanted to share this. I'm very, very excited to see LSU do their thing. I'm excited to see her and some of the other players on her team get brand deals and do their thing as well. I think this is a great moment for people to really stand for who they are and be true to who they are, because unlike I said, the 90s where Michael Jordan had to, you know, he was raspy sometimes, but he really had to be primed up and proper to some degree. And I think that really helped him during that time to get brand deals, to get in boardrooms outside of the NBA and do business deals with Nike and stuff like that. I'm pretty confident that persona really helped him. But with someone a little bit more raspy, unapologetic, and fully confident in how she comes across and standing for something that she believes in, which is being bravado, having the bravado just like the male athletes have, and being honest about the fact that she wanted to win the championship and she was going to do the John Cena or the Tony Ayo and kind of be a little, you know, competitive with Caitlyn. And that's the other thing too that I really appreciate about her is that in many different interviews, Angel said that she's got nothing against Caitlyn. Her and Caitlyn do not have beef. She felt that the media was kind of pinning two different women from two different backgrounds against each other, obviously to help with ratings and their media and everything else like that. But she said she's got nothing against Caitlyn. She respects her. But she also went on to the record to say that she is the best. I'm not sure if she meant the best female basketball player, but she believes that she is the best female player, at least in university. I'm probably being quoted wrong on this particular one, but she's pretty confident about the value that she adds outside of being an NBA player, the value she adds from a social conscious perspective and standing up for things that she believes in. So I just wanted to do this live stream. Let me know in the comments what you think about Angel Reese. Do you think she is the next Michael Jordan, the next LeBron James? Or do you think that with social media and all the brand deals that she has and the voice that she has and I'd say the audience that she's pulling in and the fact that she's been going viral, her and her team have been going viral on TikTok for the past 3 to 4 days. Do you think she has the ability to be a little bit more influential, a little bit more powerful, a little bit more lucrative from a net worth perspective in the future than MJ and LeBron James? Thanks so much for watching. And if you have uh, any questions or comments, leave it below. And if you're watching this and you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button. I just really enjoy doing these branding moments, especially people that I'm questionable about how they're presenting themselves, or people that I actually admire and really believe that they have a little bit more to offer than what they're currently doing right now. Thanks so much and take care. Bye.